Marami kasi sa mga netizens always ask about different problems. But one of them is about the kidneys, no? And yung kidneys kasi lagi iniisip, nako, takot kami mag-dialysis. One of the nag-viral sa isa sa mga post ko was talking about chronic kidney disease. And I know for a fact na it's a late stage, but siguro for the sake of the viewers right now, siguro ang tanong nila, ano bang pinaka-early warning signs na talagang merong kidney disease ang isang tao?
So, very unfortunate no na wala talagang symptom ang kidney problem. Ang symptoms ng mga kidney problem would usually come pag medyo late na or malala na yung problema sa kidney. So, the usual referrals that we get from other doctors would be minsan nakakakita ng abnormal urinary findings in routine urinalysis result, like bakit laging may protein yung urine, bakit laging may blood yung urine, or minsan may konting pagtaas ng creatinine. So that's the usual referrals that we get. Unfortunately lang talaga, wala talagang simptomas especially during the early stages of kidney disease. Kaya important talaga na annually, routinely nakakapagpa-check up kasi baka doon natin ma-pick up yung earliest possibility na baka may problema sa kidneys.
Okay, so sana malinaw yun sa lahat kasi minsan parang scary for them na, ay, meron na akong kidney problem tapos it equates already to dialysis, di ba? So anyway, meron ba kayong naiisip to really advise our audience dyan how to protect their kidneys and of course, ano yung mga pwede nilang gawin to prevent yung mga further complications na nararamdaman nila associated with perimenopause?
In terms of protecting the kidneys, syempre, our society, the Philippine Society of Nephrology, advocates yung mga tips on how to take good care of your kidneys. So, nandyan yung you avoid smoking, you drink enough water per day, have yourself checked kung meron kayong high blood or nagkakaroon ba kayo ng diabetes. So basically, ina-identify natin yung mga risk factors. Kasi once we identify the risk factors, then susundan na natin yung patient na sana hindi sila magkaroon ng kidney disease. And these are the group of patients that we now routinely monitor. So if you are someone na normal ang kidney function mo, so technically wala naman dapat iwasan na pagkain. So you just eat a balanced diet, live a healthy life so that ma-preserve natin yung kidney function. So for as long as you have a good functioning kidney, so basically just have a balanced meal. Okay? Pero, ibang story pag meron ka ng chronic kidney disease. So, if you already have chronic kidney disease, ito yung times na ina-advise na namin na iwas na tayo sa mga red meat, like avoid eating too much pork, avoid too much beef, okay? And hindi ka na rin pwedeng mag-take ng usual pain relievers because all these might affect your kidney function. Okay? So, yan yung group of patients na medyo nagiging strict na tayo sa diet nila pag meron na silang kidney disease. Kahit normal pa yung kidney function nila, pag meron na silang risk factors, inuumpisa na rin natin silang advisean ng mga tamang way ng pagkain para at least ma-prevent natin na mag-develop sila. Since they are at risk of kidney disease, tulungan natin sila na ma-prevent na magkaroon pa sila ng kidney disease.
So, there is no specific diet to improve the kidneys. So, I think that has to be clear. Kasi marami ngayon sabi na, ito, kainin mo to, ito, inumin mo to make your kidneys better. That's not true, no? So, dapat talaga balance meal lang po. So, it's gonna be a different story. Ibig sabihin, iba ang advice kung meron na talagang kidney condition.
Lalo na po kasi sa TikTok, minsan din po sa Instagram. Apparently, pabata na po talaga yung nagkakaroon, specifically ng chronic kidney disease. So, nababahala na po ba yung mga College of Doctors or ano po yung general notion? Ano po yung directive pagdating po dun sa ganun yung pagiging younger ng age ng merong CKD?
So tama yun, no? Based on statistics, dumadami talaga ang merong CKD. So that's why we advocate for early screening. So annually, kahit walang nararamdaman, it's always best na magpa-check up sa doktor para ma-check kung okay pa ba ang blood pressure, ma-check ang common laboratories, okay ba ang sugar, okay ba ang result ng urinalysis. Kasi ang pinaka-important talaga is early screening para ma-prevent natin or at least ma-delay natin yung progression to chronic kidney disease. Kasi gaya ng alam nyo, pag nag-umpisa na kasing tumaas yung creatinine tas napabayaan, mahirap na po. Kung hindi man mahirap, baka hindi na po siya bababa to normal. Kaya we really advocate for early screening. At least once a year, magpa-laboratory, blood test, urinalysis. Pero pag merong risk factor, dapat mas madalas, hindi lang once a year. Siguro every 6 months, every 3 months, kailangan na check. Kasi as early as possible sana, we want to pick up those who had already signs of kidney disease.
Pero siguro sabihin natin na meron talagang mga kabataan na talagang meron ng inherent kidney condition like glomerulonephritis, no? So, hindi porket bata, dahil yan sa mga chronic condition, pwedeng meron talaga silang inherent kidney disease. Tama? No, meron kaming question. I think may isang netizens na nagtanong, no? Tinatanong niya, pagmanas ho ba equivalent to kidney disease?
Pagmamanas kasi, pwedeng marami siyang dahilan. Okay? Like allergy or anaphylactic reaction, pwedeng mamaga, magmanas. There are also some other medications na nakaka-cause ng manas. So hindi naman natin sa tinatakot yung mga naka-amlodipine, but ang amlodipine ay isang gamot na pwedeng mag-cause ng manas sa ibang patient. Pero hindi naman lahat ng nag-amlodipine nagmamanas. So maraming pwedeng ibang dahilan ang pagmamanas. Hindi siya always equal to problema sa kidney. Okay? Sakit sa puso, pwedeng magmanas. Sakit sa liver, pwedeng mag-cause ng pagmamanas. Sakit sa lungs, pwedeng mag-cause sa pagmamanas. And of course, ang sakit sa kidney, pwede din naman mag-cause ng pamamanas. So, maliban dun sa pagmamanas, we have to correlate din dun sa ibang mga simptomas na meron yung patient. Plus, tignan din natin yung laboratory sila, tignan natin kung pag pinagsama-sama ba natin yung mga simptomas ng patient, mga laboratory result, kung matutukoy ba natin na yung kidney yung dahilan ng pagmamanas. So hindi lahat ng pamamanas ay dahil sa kidney problem, pero pag namamanas ang isang tao, isa yun sa dapat nating tignan. Baka meron siyang kidney problem.
Okay, so ulitin ko lang po, hindi porket manas, kidney disease, no? So, aalamin talaga, baka may gamot, may other conditions na magkukos nun. So, dapat talaga magpatingin sa doktor.